are now back again. Sorry for the technical difficulties. The Love Gurus are back on schedule. I don't know what you missed. I don't know what happened. It might have been a wine blackout. Who knows? But we're back. All right, and go.
Okay.
Well, we solved that. You should always fuck your brother's girlfriend.
Always fuck your brother's girlfriend. Yeah, I think that since so much of that question got missed, just crack on.
You guys missed a lot of a question. Basically, the lady is fucking her brother's girlfriend, and we all voted in favor of it.
We'd all watch that movie.
Yes, we solved it. It was a real like Hunter Biden situation. If it was like a whole gender reversal thing.
But yeah, I think we answered that question. Let's go to
Yes.
the next question.
Next question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, if you have questions to write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com or watch live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We are live from Grove 34 in Astoria, taking our next question from the wild animals on Reddit.
Next question. Mother-in-law is losing her job and now wants to move in. I'm in my 30s and my wife is in her late 20s. We were legally married just a couple weeks ago, and it looks like my mother-in-law may be losing her job. She has now asked/informed my wife that she will be coming to live with us for some amount of time. We live a few states away, and she's often made comments about how she wants to be closer for future grandchildren. She's now taking this as an opportunity to find a new job near us. Unclear of how long she'll stay, or even if she'll even be able to find a job in our area. I don't want her living with us. We're set to have a large wedding ceremony in a few months, and all of this is leading up to, it's just frustrating. My wife has been traveling for work for the past 7 months, so I've been looking forward to spending time, a quiet time with my wife before the wedding, and just enjoy being engaged. After that, we were planning on settling down and having kids, so this time before kids was so important to me. I spent over a decade in school and training, finally to emerge to a point where I can start looking ahead and enjoy my life. And now my mother-in-law is gonna move in.
Boo! Boo!
I have the means to pay rent for my mother-in-law without very much difficulty, but I feel like an asshole for telling my wife that this is my preference. I also don't know how long it'll take my mother to find a job. As I've said, how do I handle this situation?
First, can you clarify? Wait, so they're not married yet, even though we're saying wife.
So to give a quick synopsis, they did just get legally married for whatever reason. It isn't, but
Sure, no, that's fair.
Sure.
Yeah.
In a few months, though, they're going to have a big wedding ceremony.
Okay, check.
Right. Going to have a big wedding ceremony, like all the bells and
ceramic
whistles.
swans and
the
whatnot.
mother-in-law is about to lose her job, and so she just says, "Hey, well, I'm going to lose my job. You guys live far away. I'm just going to come live with you guys and find a new job, so that way I'm there as the babysitter when you guys have kids." Whereas he's pissed.
Wow,
because
is she even pregnant?
The
The
wife
mom?
doesn't. No.
Yes, the mother-in-law.
Plot twist.
She's a busy lady. I have no idea what she's up to.
But she's just saying that obviously, like, start trying to have kids right after the wedding.
Which is super convenient if your mother is in the next room.
Right.
Yeah.
She
Bow, chicka,
doesn't
bow.
want to be there for the birth. She wants to also
She's
be there
playing
for the
slow jazz.
conception.
That's always my favorite. She's in the back singing.
Hold up. Come on. But yeah, so now the mother-in-law wants to move in, and he's saying, well, how do I delicately tell my wife I want her mother to fuck off?
I got it.
Yeah.
He said he has money.
Yeah.
He pays the previous boss to not fire the bitch.
Yeah.
Oh!
Uh-huh.
Oh, now mom can't move at all because she still has her
Problem
fucking
solved.
job.
Soprano style. Just
Boom,
like,
yeah.
she's got a no-show
I have
job.
never been more
This
Italian
is-
than in
here's
that
kickback.
moment right fucking there.
Yeah.
I don't
You
think
pay the other boss. That's what you fucking do. Bitch doesn't get to move. Done. You fuck your wife on the table. You have a grandkid. You're talking about it again in a year.
Damn.
You wait till the wife finds out about the Gumar, you know?
Sure.
I think the most realistic option in this scenario is to, if you have the money, like really do your own finances and then find an apartment nearby and offer to pay for it for a few months, because that might actually work. It's going to suck to have to pay all that extra money, but then you can break it at some point. You could be like, all right, it's been 5 months. Well, I said 5 months. But if she's there, she might be there for fucking years.
Yeah, no, and get your wife on your side with this plan,
Yes.
too, because she's got to
Yeah.
talk to her mother and say,
Yeah.
much as we love you and we want you right next door, Mom, it'll be an apartment 4B.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to make it look like you're looking out for the mother-in-law.
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
we want you to have your privacy.
Yeah, we want you to be able to
And
take a dump. We
Yeah.
don't smell it.
They-
You're in your
Yes.
own place.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's a good point. You could do that, though, because at a certain point, if she's just like, no, I move in with all my kids and stuff, right? Like, you can just kind of, maybe you leave a lot of dishes around. Maybe you just eat a whole bunch of, like, really bad sushi
Squeeze
and
her
take a
out.
bunch of laxatives and
I
just
will say
really...
that doesn't work though, because when my parents split up after like 200 years of marriage, was great choice, guys. Like my dad just showed up out of nowhere one day and like was like then at my house for like
Wow.
a week. Like I had to bring him to work. Like I was like, dude,
Oh,
what
wow.
is happening? Are you
That's
leaving?
aggressive.
Well, I
What's
think
going on?
this-
yeah.
And nothing. I could have walked around like naked and whatever. Like he wouldn't have left. Like because he just was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm staying with you for the next couple
Well,
weeks.
this is the part of the show that's sponsored by Healthy Boundaries.
Yes.
Mom, I love you. I will do things for you, but you cannot move in. I need my own space.
This is some solid fucking actual
so good.
therapy
Yeah.
advice right here,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. There's no way to sort of tell your mother-in-law you don't want her around without telling her you don't want her around.
I would tell my mom in
and
2
it doesn't matter
seconds.
how you word it.
But I feel like you could. This is the one time you might be able to get away with wording it with you want grandkids, right? You can't
Yeah.
be here.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's the only awkward,
Yeah.
super awkward card you can
Right.
play, right?
But yeah,
the
it
daughter
is.
has to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really weird if the son-in-law.
You could
plays
tell her.
it.
You could be like,
I don't
"Look,
know. Maybe that's.
Tell your mother that some people have fetishes. You know, some guys can't get off unless they're smelling socks or whatever. Like everybody's got their thing. My thing is not having my mother-in-law anywhere fucking near me while I'm coming.
Yeah, no, that's
So
a thing.
just tell her that, you know? And if that doesn't work, I mean, maybe take comfort in the fact that at least your wife isn't trying to sleep with your sister.
Yeah,
like
good
the
point.
last
Good
guy's
point.
girlfriend.
Yeah,
He's got
perfect.
fucking problems. You're a doctor who's got so much money, people are just wanting
Yeah,
to
I'm
live under
dying
your
to know
roof.
what he went to school for. I mean, it has to be doctor, right? 10 years, and
Yeah,
he's gonna
I
make all.
mean-
It's got to be doctor.
Unless
Maybe
he was
lawyer?
like the world's
I don't know.
shittiest
What do you go to
communications major. Yeah.
Art history for 10 years, Dan. You suck. Right, I don't. That has to be. It has
Yeah,
to be.
he's like a
doctor.
not hot Van Wilding. That's Van Wilder.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's do final advice. Yeah, my final advice for this question is lay it on the wife and withhold dick from the wife and the mother-in-law vicariously.
and the sister,
Right.
whoever else.
Yeah.
If mom is coming in, listen. If mom doesn't come in, if mom comes in and clean, you don't get the peen. I don't know. I can't really.
Yeah.
Wow,
explain it.
that's a bumper sticker
I
I've
will
never
not
seen.
fuck your daughter until you move out.
Yeah,
That's
that's the card. That's the trump card.
Yeah. So what other final advice do we have?
No, that's solid. That's solid. Because also, she's saying she's leaving her job and she might just move. Like, there's no time frame in the mom scenario at all. Could
Yeah.
be 2 months. Could be 12 years. Like, there's none at all. So you can't even like get that started. You got to nip that shit before she walks
Agreed.
in with one.
Agreed.
suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of paying her old boss not to fire her. I do also like the idea of finding your company, because he's a doctor. He could at least sort of, hey, we need somebody to sell health insurance, but not here. You know, like we're gonna pay
In the
you real
next
good.
town's hospital.
How much do
Over
you
there. They
much-
need you bad there.
How much do you think you would need to send the owner of the Cracker Barrel that she works for not to fire her?
Right? You're like, wasn't she the best at delivering biscuits?
He's
Here's
gonna,
$20.
He's just gonna go like this. He's just gonna go like this to the gift shop in the front. Just all.
Yeah, just all
to
of it.
buy everything in the gift shop to keep your mother-in-law.
Sir, how would you like an unlimited prescription for Oxycontin?
Ooh, that's a
you.
good Cracker Barrel.
'Cause I've got a golden ticket. It's drugs for your mother-in-law.
I don't know if you saw that show Dope Sick. I can get you the 160 milligram ones. The ones that look like anal suppositories of opiates. They're all yours if you get
awesome.
my fucking mother-in-law out of my house.
Well, I think we answered that question, but before we go on to the next question, I just first of all want to say big shout out to the people that are still watching. And
Yes.
Joel, bless Joel's cotton socks. He said, I even tried to call Grove 34 and told them that the feed was
Oh, Joel's the best.
Oh, he's the
Wow,
man.
if
What
only we
a-
answered our phone.
What
Yes.
a fucking legend.
Dude,
So-
the internet don't work. work. The phone don't work.
Oh,
It's
man. The phone is.
But yeah, so again, big thank you to everyone watching. Really appreciate you guys
Yes.
sticking in there with us. So
if
with
we would have gone 10 more minutes, there would have been a bird crashing into here. I
Yeah.
can't imagine.
With a giant note. Hey, it's me, Joel.
there might
with,
be a dog.
with that being said, let's do our next question.
Yes,
Yeah.
man, Joel. And thank you to everybody out there on YouTube. We're going to take another question from the wild animals on Reddit. Here we go.
Next question. My girlfriend found a long black hair wrapped around my dick.
Oh.
She has short blonde hair.
Oh, snap.
I'm 25 and I'm 29 and my girlfriend's 28. We've been together for 3 years. We've had our ups and downs, but I love her to bits. We have a fairly active sex life. She likes giving blowjobs, and well, I like getting blowjobs. Works out pretty well for us. We were doing the deed the other day, and she went down on me. As she was sucking, she stopped and untangled a hair from around my dick.
Mine. How about that?
This isn't the first time that's happened.
Only one flame on you.
However, the hair was really long and jet black in color. I have a shaved head, so it definitely wasn't mine either. Naturally, she freaked out and accused me of cheating. It doesn't help that her flirtatious friend has long black hair. Her friend's very attractive, and my girlfriend feels very insecure around her sometimes. We live together on our own, but of course we have people over, like said friend. Honestly, did not cheat on her. I'm at a loss to explain how it even happened. Maybe the towel was on a or the hair was on a towel that I wrapped around my junk.
I love how he's trying to Bruder film this one.
He's
My
like, I
girlfriend-
was sweeping in the nude, and maybe it floated up and tangled on my ding-dong.
He's
my
the world's
girlfriend-
shittiest CSI agent.
Yo,
Just saying, sometimes dry cleaners, they ain't wearing hair nuts. I don't know what to tell you.
My girlfriend is currently with her sister and won't talk to me because she's convinced I cheated. How do I convince her otherwise? First of all, okay, so we all get the synopsis, right? Given a blowjob.
Dude, Johnny Cochran
hair-
couldn't convince her you didn't
No. You must not have
I
quit.
So-
don't know if I believe him.
Well,
I don't.
So-
cheat. I don't even believe you as a random dude on Reddit. Yeah.
but he's saying that he did not cheat. But also, let's just talk about the obvious thing. How dirty is your dick that there's
Yeah.
just hair around it, and you're like, well, it's almost like what is like
Dick
sometimes
maintenance,
how
bro.
you have to like cut, like when you have like a hairbrush, like why is your dick like a hairbrush?
Yeah.
Like, you just have to
You got to
pull
clean
hair
that
of
out.
it.
Sometimes you got to use a comb. You got to get that
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah,
Like
you shouldn't
how-
need
Clean
a
that
lint
shit
roller
up.
for a blowjob. Like,
I
this
mean,
is,
even
this is a bit much.
Even if you're like real uncircumcised, know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
get a,
no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Even
but
the
so-
ultra orthodox. I mean,
So
they
he is
figure out a way.
saying, listen, I didn't cheat. My girlfriend now thinks I did. How do I convince her otherwise? Well, I think that he needs to first of all get Netflix involved, right?
Yeah.
And he needs to make like sort of like a crime documentary-esque reenactment of how did the hair
Right.
get there?
Yeah.
Because right now this Shaggy defense
Right.
is not working out
like,
for you,
like
dude.
in the
That'd be a
owl where
great
they
sketch.
like in the owl where they talked about like the the talons in the wife's head. They're
Yeah,
like,
in the
it was an
staircase.
owl,
Yeah, it
you
was
know?
an owl.
And so they go back and they explain scientifically
Fucking
how this
owls,
hair could have got
Spoiler
wrapped
alert.
around his
Sorry,
dick.
everyone.
Then she would see the production value and everyone would be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
do you see that Netflix documentary about the hair wrapped around that guy's dick?
Right.
Then he'd be so famous, the girlfriend would be like, fine, I
Right.
guess let's just get back
She
together.
gets like the equivalent of like a rape kit for the
Right.
woman that can prove that there's no
But they like
DNA.
speed up the footage like they did in that Cecil Hotel one to make the woman look more
Yes.
crazy, right?
Yes.
So they speed up the dick footage to show how it wrapped faster, like
Yeah.
it wasn't
Yeah.
a natural hair.
But here's a twist to our Netflix. It turns out, sir, the DNA came back. You did not cheat on your wife. However, you are the Night Stalker.
right? Yeah. You're
arresting
100% that bitch.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Well-
Knock it off, dude.
Yeah, because speaking,
Full
we
of
could
lies.
also get DNA involved. So if the girlfriend is insecure about her hot friend, again,
But that
do the
doesn't
DNA test.
negate his argument, because what he's saying is that hot friend with the long black hair who's super flirty, weird that he knows all that. She comes over sometimes, so maybe when she was peeing in the bathroom, and then ladies sometimes my hair falls
Yeah.
out, it's
Yeah.
just a lady thing, and then I don't know if it happens to dudes, sorry, but and then there's a hair, and then maybe it was on the toilet seat, and he was like dunking to clean off or something fucking weird. I don't know how you dudes do that with dicks, but like, let's say you were dunking and then the hair wrapped. Right?
Yeah.
Like DNA could prove it's hers, but it doesn't prove the how. You know what I'm saying?
Got it. Yeah, you're right. DNA doesn't really help us.
I don't
want to
get all CSI on this one, but like
No, I get it.
we need a different tech for that.
Yeah,
I think.
it's tough, man, because it
She
like
still
you
has
said,
cleavage and
hairs
she's wearing
fall
white,
out,
but
and then they go on the laundry or whatever. Like it's theoretically possible. Like
sure.
it's I mean, in terms of struck by lightning. Unlikely, but possible. Like it's happening. Hey, you can get struck by lightning walking out of here tonight while carrying a winning lottery ticket. I'm just saying it.
Did he try that maybe one of his pubes just grew super fast?
You think it was
maybe
just a
that's the
mutant pube?
answer, right? Like he's like he had this one.
Drop some Rogaine on my
Bro, yes, see, that's what it is. There it is. Rogaine on the pube.
Just one.
I
it
saw
just went
that
into
episode.
One follicle.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
This
Maybe
Rogaine
that's
was,
what it
was
is.
defective. It just clings to one follicle
pube.
and just makes it wrap and wrap and wrap.
But but I think that you just need to I mean, there's really nothing you can do but just say, listen, it didn't happen. Maybe get the friend over to say we definitely didn't sleep with each other. But yeah, unless you invest a lot of money into this Netflix series, dude,
But
your
also,
relationship
more
is over.
importantly, imagine choking on a hair.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Am I eating
when
a
you-
hamburger
right,
or a
do you know what I'm
dick? Just
saying?
for
Like,
context.
you get a piece of pizza that's got a hair on it, you're sending that shit back. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
saying, this is like a dick now.
It's
Like,
gross.
you're all like, baby, what the fuck? Like, do you ever go back? Like, I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
Well,
I,
I mean, I feel for this guy because it sounds like he's at least telling the truth to us. Because I'm like, well, it would be weird. It would be a weird thing to make up on Reddit for no goddamn reason whatsoever. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Like, I need strangers on a subreddit to admit that I'm not cheating, and this means nothing to my girlfriend. Like, it'd be a weird thing to do, but the thing is I would not believe you if I was your girlfriend. I've had this happen. One time I was going down on one of my exes years and years and years ago, and I found what was in there? An entire dreadlock from Coolio. Yeah, an entire one of Coolio's entire dreads was in there. And I
Gangster's
was like,
paradise.
how-
All up in her
No,
cooch.
here's the thing. This was like 2014. He'd been over for years, for like over a decade.
Wow.
I had no
Oh, yeah.
idea. I
Yeah.
was like, why did you let Coolio go down on you now? She claimed it wasn't his, but I mean, guys, it was,
Yeah.
you know, there's only one guy that has those dreads, and that's Coolio.
We have a couple comments on YouTube. Tyler says, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Well done, Tyler. Yeah.
Joel says, this dude is a novice. If you can't do a thorough cleanup, don't cheat. Or at least that's what I
Yeah,
said.
Joel. Joel's honest. Get some
Yeah.
wet wipes. Get some baby wipes. Whatever you need.
Yeah, dude.
Comb that shit. Like, I don't know.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, and godliness is next to getting away with shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John,
That's
John
what
on
Jesus
YouTube
said.
says that I would use this as an open door and a three-way with the friend. Turn a negative into a positive. Yeah, result.
Amen. Where's Emily when we need her?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, is Stephanie's hair wrapped around my dick? Well, what if
Yeah.
all of our hairs were wrapped around my dick?
Oh, man.
And it's weird, like all of a sudden he pulls one stray hair from the other room, and it's Stephanie. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just like,
Yeah.
what's this? Oh, and then
Yeah.
she's just there.
Yeah, I would love it if this guy turned this into a three. He would be like the Dukes and of Hazards of cheating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it just pauses and like, how's Larry going to get out of it this week? Well, I guess you better fuck them both at the same time.
That's amazing.
But yeah, so that's my final advice: is listen, either beg for her attention back,
Solid.
or
Yeah.
just go with it. What other final advice do we have?
I would say if this is true, then what you would need to do is it's going to be awkward and weird, but you have to get the other woman to come over and be like, listen, I did not fuck her. And then she's going to be like, yeah, we did not fuck. I would never. Like the reaction is going to,
Right.
like, you making
Right.
willing to make it awkward is like the only way to
Yeah.
I promise you.
But also clean your Johnson,
Yeah.
because that's the real advice here.
We addressed that up top, but just to reiterate.
Yeah, I mean, Rob's not wrong. I'm saying I 100% agree,
Yeah.
but in addition, going forth.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I know this is going to sound like a little bit of a Monday morning quarterback here, but I always err on having too clean a dick, you know what I mean, before I have sex. I've never had a woman go down there, did you just shower or something? You know, like it just wash it off, man. And yeah, the thing is there's a good chance you're telling the truth, but even if you get the friend to convince her you didn't sleep with her, she's going to be like, all right, well, I'm not like a hairologist. It could just be a different lady with long black hair. I still think you cheated, just not with my friend.
Yeah. You still got to comb that shit out nightly.
Yeah.
Bob or whoever this is from.
I mean, shit, dude, if I was her, like, I believe you. Here's the problem. If I was her, even if you were hooked up to a lie detector test and were passing it, I would assume it was a broken lie detector test. You understand? That's how much I would think you're lying right now.
Because the fact is, you find a hair in your salad from a restaurant, and while you might be like, well, it happened once, whatever, no big deal, I got it out, I didn't need it, you're still not ordering from there.
This has got to be like an OJ thing.
Do you know what I'm saying? You're not going back.
Yeah. Well, perfect. I think we answered that question, and then I know this might throw us off technically, but we actually have a question in the comments. Live question
from a listener. Let's take our next question on Love Gurus Podcast. People, if you have questions, write them into the loveguruspodcast at yahoo.com, or even better, write them in live in the comment section on YouTube every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Let's take our next question from the people in the comments.
Next question. I'm in love with a very unfunny comic in the New York City comedy scene. She has no solid material at all, but she is a straight 10 for 10.
Dude, until you said she, I thought it came from my wife. I thought it came from my wife right now. I was like, oh, how dare you.
The question is, should I marry her and just drink myself to sleep at her shows? Yeah.
Wait,
I think so.
Who's Natalie Cuomo's boyfriend right now?
Shots fired.
Wow. But yeah, Matt Fishman says marry her, and then there's some comments lingering from that, but I think that they're still applicable. Lauren Culp says, tell your girlfriend you just wanted to see what it'd be like to have long black hair. I think applicable in this situation.
Solid. Maybe it was a wig. Maybe it was a wig, Lauren Culp. Maybe there was some dress up. There was some anime situation based on some sort of video game that you played. I don't know.
I don't know. Night job. Don't judge me.
Lauren likes a video game.
Here's what I will say, given where I'm at in my comedy career. You know, if you like someone, just date them. You know, it's
because also fuck you, dude. You have hobbies and you're not good at all of them. So suck it. Like
Shut
knock
up.
it off.
He is
my
probably
advice.
one of those people that when he, like, let's say his favorite team is the Jets, and when the Jets are playing, he says, "Oh, we didn't play well today."
Right.
Yeah.
Like your whittling is tremendous.
You're not on the Jets.
You're living vicariously through real men. Stop it now.
Yeah.
Can't wait to give that whistle you made to my dad. Calm down.
You know, actually, but I guess I shouldn't slag off someone who is watching my podcast. Maybe not
good call. Sorry, but also we love you the most.
I love that we're so used to reading Reddit questions, we're just on attack mode all the time. To where a listener asks us a question, we're like, fuck you, you're
no,
right.
Because the truth is, it's nothing. There's nothing worse than sitting through endless unfunny comedy. So
and
fucking
we are on your team.
Dumper. We're so on your side.
Yeah, as somebody who's marrying a comic who's fucking hilarious, I would never marry an unfunny comic.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Unfunny comics are worse than death.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah, I think perfect. I think we answered that question. Should we move on to the next question?
Yes, next question on the Love Gurus.
My girlfriend is a funnier comic than me, and I hate myself. What do I do?
Question from the couch, ladies and gentlemen.
And also, just to quickly circle back, Joel did agree with you, Jen, by saying, at a party we once got a hair on a pizza. We all swore it was a pube. The girl making the pizza was a classmate, not proud of it, but we teased her for the rest of the school year.
And you absolutely did, Joel. You absolutely did. Pepperoni and pube is not ever in order.
But yeah, and then
they called her puberoni for a whole semester.
And then Lauren Culp agrees with me. Just keep drinking and date unfunny comics. Okay. But yeah, so next question, I think.
Next question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, write your questions into loveguruspodcast at yahoo.com or write them live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. We are going to take another one from the dirty, dirty people on Reddit.
Next question. Should I send my ex pictures and videos of us? My ex and I were together for 8 years and broke up almost a year ago. After periodically talking and recently trying to talk again, I was told a few days ago that she's not in that same place, as she's found interest in a new guy. I was trying for once and for all to get her out of my mind, therefore cleaning out pictures and videos off of my phone. most of these I know that she doesn't have. So should I send her the pictures and videos before cleaning them out?
No.
Something in
Next
me feels
question.
that it sets a pin and it will be the last thing of her in my mind, and I can finally move on. But also, I feel like she might, she has the right to these pictures and videos, as it was a big part of her life too, with all the memories.
Your current girlfriend's gonna fucking love
Does
this.
she? Delete, bitch.
Oh my
That's
God.
the answer. Just delete.
Therefore, I'm considering sending her the pictures and videos with a short message of cleaning out my phone. After all, these memories of our life, and thought that you had as much of a right to them as I did. And then simply send that to her and cut all ties.
The fact that he wants to write that email says to me he does not want to cut any motherfucking ties.
Yeah, if
You
anything-
pussy bitch, delete.
If anything, I think he wants to wrap his long black hair around her
Around
dick.
her dick is exactly funny or
Yeah.
not. He's like, I'm gonna suck it. No, you want to keep the connection going.
A lot of
Let
hairs
it
are
go.
going toward a lot of
Let
dicks.
it
But so
go.
here's what was interesting to me, that this is the only reason why I considered this question, was because he was saying, listen, they were together for 8 years. 8 years is a long time. He knows that she doesn't have these pictures.
She
so
had
what
8 years
if,
to get 'em.
What if it's a picture with, like
Yeah.
who's someone really
Dead grandma.
Kesha. Oh my God! What if it's like a picture with Kesha? And he's like,
I would delete her Kesha.
what if
picture.
it's a picture
Absolutely.
with Kesha? What if it's a picture of them holding a koala in Australia? You know what I'm saying? Like things that are like life moments. Does he just delete those?
No, because you're assuming in your head that she wants them, which means you're assuming there's still a connection. I am not yelling directly at Suzanne, but I am sort of. So delete. She had all sorts of time to
Really?
get that koala picture. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
No.
dude.
really?
The only way this kind
Sorry,
of works
super harsh on this one.
that I have
Okay.
made exceptions for this rule. If the two of you owned a pet together,
Sure.
pet pictures are different.
Or dead grandma.
Or dead grandma. But if it's a dead aunt or something, fuck her. Fuck her dead aunt. Figuratively.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like the more I think about this, I had a little bit of sympathy of the memorabilia aspect, but I think Jen has a point in that they obviously broke up for a while. They started talking again. He's now trying to move on, even if he doesn't have that intention of getting back together with her, which I think he does.
Sure.
To be honest.
But it's just about it's about keeping the connection. He's keeping the connection by doing this.
Right.
And like if you really want to move on, move on.
You know what he should do? Ooh,
Grandma
you know
has
that guy-
spoken. Let it go, bitch.
You know that guy that he buried that treasure that was like impossible to find, and people died. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
No, but I
There was
like
this guy that is years and years ago. He was like a wilderness, like a big nature person, and he was rich. So he buried. It was like worth like I'll say $1 million, but it was like $1 million or more. He buried this
$1
treasure
million
somewhere, and then wrote this poem, so that as a scavenger hunt for real nature wilderness people, that they could go find it. And it was so difficult. People like died trying to
Is
find
this
this
the movie
treasure.
Without a Paddle with Matthew Lillard? I
ding,
feel like
ding,
it might
ding,
have been,
ding,
right?
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, it was actually a real thing.
Wow.
But I'm just saying, like, if he should hide all the pictures and videos in some sort of time capsule, write this poem, tweet it at her, and then if she wants to go fucking trek across the Rockies,
Good for her.
and not eat herself or eat her arm or her partner,
I do
like the Donner Party.
Donner Party of one. Here's your picture with the koala.
You ate my heart. Now eat your friend.
I was
Then a
just
shark gets it, like in Deep Blue Sea.
Send
That's
her
what I'm looking
just
for.
the nudes, I think.
Just the new. That's different.
Oh, just his nudes or just her nudes?
Anything, and all of them you got.
Okay,
The
just
album
just
of
one
nudes.
big airdrop.
Yeah,
of-
hey, here's all
of
the
flesh.
dicks and
I feel
pussies
like
we've
the
seen.
key difference would be is if she asked for them. If she asked for them, that's different.
Sure,
But
yeah.
he's just opening a door.
If every guy, if your ex was like, "Can I send you all the nudes we had?"
No,
I'd
not
be
me.
like-
Yeah, no nudes. Yeah, nudes totally. But I mean the
Well,
pictures
yeah,
with
yeah,
like
but-
dead grandma and the koala.
Yeah.
Like she hasn't asked for any of these things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Joel on YouTube says she has the right to the pictures and the videos, but she might not want them. Do not send them to her. Give me
Yeah.
a moment. I'll give you my email. You should send them there instead.
Send them to Joel.
Yes. Send them to
Nudes
Joel.
first.
Lauren,
Also, another comment. Joanne on YouTube is text messaging saying Suzanne is skipping my comments.
What? That's not true.
Oh.
Shots fired.
Okay. I did miss one, and it said, and Joanne said, now they're going to spend the whole episode taking off names.
Thank you for watching.
So yes, I did miss a comment, Joanne, but maybe you should not miss your spelling. Okay.
Joanne,
Rat
she'll write
taking
you a
off names?
handwritten
What's that mean?
apology, put her perfume on it.
Just
and
kidding.
send it
She
to
was,
Bert.
yeah, we were going to, she was basically saying that we wouldn't be able to
Is
figure out
this
who
like
the
a secret
unfunny-
of NIM situation? What rat are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Don't. Anyway.
All right, just checking. Just checking.
Anyway, but so going back to this question, Lauren says print all of the pictures and make a shrine like a real man. You fucking tad.
Yeah.
She didn't say that last part, but she's
Yeah.
from Boston.
No, Lauren and Spaghetti are hanging up pictures right now.
I feel like
as
people
we
don't
record.
respect a good shrine for an ex anymore.
Yeah.
You know, no one. It takes a lot of work to build a
not
good
enough
one. You got to
shrines.
collect some hair and some toenails, and you got to get a lot of wax.
The
It's a
hair's
lot of-
right on your dick, so it should
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah.
I
Perfect.
have a whole shrine of dick hair.
Perfect. Okay, so any other last advice for this question? I think we pretty much, hit
we
the nail on
wanna-
the head. Should we do one more?
Do you want to ask does the live audience have any questions? Just we can't.
Or comments about that. Would you share the pictures, live audience?
Yay or nay?
Live
Yeah,
live
the names
audience
have it.
fully collectively said bad idea.
Not a single person thought you should do it.
Yeah. So with that in mind, should we skip to the
My Lou?
I can do one more.
Yeah, it's okay. Let's go. Can you go to the lightning round, Amy?
Yes.
Oh,
we
Lightning
do.
we're going to take our
round.
last question on the Love Gurus podcast. Write your questions in to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, write them live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We are going to take one last one from the wild animals on Reddit.
Lightning round. So for this lightning round, what we normally do is, we just kind of try to do like a quick one through of like, what's our final advice, sort of for this, rather than deep diving in. So lightning round question. 20-year-old man approaches me romantically, and I'm 7. Tyler is only 20 years old. Is this a justifiable relationship?
Hell yeah.
Grave grooming is totally fine. Like
Grave grooming.
that is totally fine. It's smart. It works for everybody. It's great.
I mean, I do want to know how they got to holding hands from like doing tasks.
Yeah, here's what I would
A
say
little.
is,
just a little. I just want to know.
she's saying, is this a moral dilemma of, but A, he's an adult. We
Could be a Hallmark
established
movie.
those
A
rules
little
for a
bit,
reason,
right?
but also, even if, let's say that it's a scenario where like she actually does have a lot of money and he is gold digging, she said, I'm enjoying myself. I feel young again. That is the price of feeling young again. Like,
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
Get it, girl.
Get it, girl. Get it, Gladys. You get that. You get that big hair around your dick.
Yeah.
I ain't saying he a gold digger. I'm just saying he's not sleeping with lady Walmart greeters. You know?
Maybe that's what was his name? Tyler, or did we just name
Tyler.
him that?
Yeah, Tyler.
Maybe that's Tyler's thing.
Yeah.
Like he likes him a little older.
I think,
There's nothing
yeah.
wrong with that.
I like the idea of
Get it,
Tyler,
Tyler.
sitting around his fraternity, and the other guys are talking about like sorority chicks they're hooking up with, and he's like, "Bros, I'm into my thing. You got your thing. I
He
got
doesn't
my
have
thing."
as much competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got like probably a pretty wide open field.
Yeah.
amongst
Dude, have
his
you
friends?
ever had a lady pop her teeth out and gum you? It's wild.
Wow, Jake.
It's way better than anything going on at the sororities.
But I also want to say, the fact that this 74-year-old woman is questioning, am I hot enough for this guy? Love yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love yourself.
Yeah,
Yes.
she was clearly
I
raised in
think-
the church.
I think they should
Yeah.
let young prisoners get time off in jail if they fuck old people. that need it.
Tyler's a convict.
Rob,
we
Rob's
don't even
like,
know.
wait a second. There's a gap in society.
Yeah.
How do I fill this? With the evildoers and the love wanters. It's like that show where the people who are super OCD go and clean hoarders' houses.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Rob just
That's a
invented a
show?
whole
Yeah.
new
Oh,
show.
that's a cool show.
Rob just
This
solved
would be
the
on like
prison industrial
Peacock, though,
complex.
probably not
Okay.
Netflix, right?
I mean, I'm just saying. I think it's community service. You don't get your whole like day off, but like you
Yeah.
get maybe a couple months off.
Uh-huh.
You lay some good pipe for some old deserving members of society.
Why
who's,
why
like,
lay why lay
Right.
why lay the what is it where they are on like the chain gang? Do they still do that?
Gangs? I think they do it
Yeah,
some
big,
places.
the dick gang.
Why
Suzanne
lay
Wehrung.
why I was just gonna try to
Working
say why
on
lay
the
that
cock gang.
I was gonna say why lay the axe
song,
when you can lay
different
the
song.
pipe?
Yeah.
Lay the pipe. Yeah.
Luke, go fuck that old lady, Luke.
But
Yeah.
she definitely shouldn't look at this as a moral dilemma. He's 20. He's
Not
not
moral.
7.
Yeah.
Like, that's a moral dilemma, girl. Let that go.
Yeah, if you
Well, it's not
comment
so much a dilemma as something you probably definitely
just
should do.
say no. Just say no.
How was jail? Kind of weird.
How was jail?
yeah, so a few comments on YouTube. Lauren says, you're 74, not dead. Joel says, natural lube or artificial doesn't matter. Ride that pony, Grandma. Yeehaw.
Yeah, Joel.
Yes.
Getting a little too detailed, but good for you, Joel.
Lauren says, definitely isn't being forced to go to brunch with her friends. Sick bird. Tyler says, well, look at all the celebs robbing the cradle. It's perfectly acceptable thing to do for them. John says, messaging is done on Instagram, to be clear, from my previous question. I guess. I don't know what that had to do with anything. Okay, Joel on YouTube says, a lady pop her teeth out? No, not a lady. I guess you're not a lady unless you get blowjob with teeth. I don't understand.
This isn't lady like, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, and to be clear, yeah, Tyler's 20, not 40. Thanks for pointing that out, Tyler. But yeah, again,
Also,
I think-
she's not an unfunny comedian, so I feel like we've covered this on all the questions. Fuck her. Let's go.
Yeah, for the record, I would rather have sex with a 74-year-old than an unfunny comic.
Yeah.
Hey-oh.
Go
So
out
is
with
anybody
honor.
celebrating anything?
Yeah. Well, perfect. Well,
That's
perfect.
gonna be my one-man show. Old lady blowing a guy.
Can't wait
with
to
no
buy
teeth.
tickets.
100%, yeah. Well, I think we answered that question. I think we answered all of our questions.
think we did too.
Stupendously well.
Yes.
And apologies for the technical
Apologies for the
difficulties.
tech
and
difficulties.
apologies, Joanne. I'm sorry if you did have a totally awesome comment and I didn't read it. So
Thank you
this
so
has
much to
been
everybody who
definitely-
listened
but yeah,
out
big
there on
thank
YouTube.
you.
Thank you to everybody who commented, especially. And especially thank you to our guests.
Yeah.
Woo!
Live
Thank
studio
you
audience
to
drinking
everybody
wine.
who came to Grove 34. Thank you to our two hilarious guests, Jen
Woo,
Wehrung
no to
and
you.
Rego. Thanks to Derek. Thanks to Amy Liska. Thank you to all the audience members. Like and subscribe, people. And we will be back on YouTube next Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Until next week,